Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Merca here, and I'm excited to bring you episode 1 of Cover the League. This is a series I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm really happy that I'm finally able to do this for you all. So, this is a series inspired by Sports Center in a way, and my love for stat keeping has really brought me to want to push for this series to come out. And I would need to give shout outs to my good friend CMDR for inspiration for this league as well, because he did a series similar to this before, and I really enjoyed watching it. So at the time of recording, there's only one league active, and that league just started. So this is going to be covering season 1, week 1 of KSG Kids See Goats. So the first game that we have is 27 versus Nightmare. 27 brought Starmie, Tyranitar, Shaman, Zeraora, Crobat, and Frostlass, while Nightmare brought Swellow, Entei, Zapdos, Keldeo, Nidoqueen, and Cloyster. Now, from the beginning to the end, this game was a wild ride back and forth constantly between the two of them. Just some crazy sets like Scarf Swallow just coming in and saving the day for Nightmare and almost securing a win. And like this game pretty much went, for the most part, went like 1-for-1 for a while. And then in the final play of the game, it was Keldeo versus Shaman. Keldeo attacked the Shaman with a secret sword, and the Shaman lived on 12%, and then the Shaman hit the Keldeo with an energy ball, leaving Keldeo at 3%, and at the very end of the turn, the sand set by Tyranitar ended up killing the Keldeo, giving 27 the win. Game 2 is Dazzle versus Nightmare. Nightmare with a K, I should add. Dazzle brought Victini, Servine, Slurpuff, Nidoking, Jellicent, and Thundurus Therian, while Nightmare brought Tapu Koko, Venomoth, Garchomp Mega, Gigalith, Gothitelle, and Ribombee. Now the early game of this game played out really well. Both players were making good plays, making good reads, and then it was a rather short game, feeling for everything. But Tapu Koko got a U-turn kill on Nidoking, and Nightmare ended up sending in Ribombee, allowing Dazzle to send in Slurpuff and set up a belly drum and sweep. Game 3, we have Dash versus Caper. Dash brought Espeon, Scizor, Mega Charizard Y, Weavile, Vikavolt, and Swampert, while Caper brought Tapu Fini, Salamence, Dugtrio, Mandibuzz, Scrafty, and Mega Charizard X. Now this game kind of played out a little bit like the game between 27 and Nightmare, both players playing really well. Early game, there were a few mistakes on both ends, like Caper trying to Toxic the Swampert inside of terrain, and then Scizor setting up a Swords Dance in front of a Scrafty, which has access to Fire Punch. But other than that, this game played out really well. Caper just didn't have a solid answer to Espeon outside of terrain, and there seems to be a trend with this week. A lot of the lower tier mons picking up a lot of kills. Game 4 is Jules versus Techno. This game was Jules brought Mega Venusaur, Skarmory, Zygarde 50, Terrakion, Sharpedo, and Gardevoir, while Techno brought Quagsire, Volcarona, Mew, Meloetta, Dragonite, and Registeel. And this game was a 5-0 win for Techno. Jules just had a hard time against the team that Techno brought, and Techno made some really good reads in the early game, which took out one of Jules's more important win conditions in Sharpedo. I think one of the bigger mistakes in this game was trying to set up a Dragon Dance on an unaware Quagsire. And I feel like that cost Jules all momentum that any momentum that she might have had going into this game. Now, she did get a last minute kill on Gardevoir against Volcarona, which kept this from being a 6-0 and kept it from being the biggest loss of the week. Moving on to game 5, it is Dub versus Yit. Dub brought Mega Pinsir, Smeargle, Mamoswine, Serperior, Alolan Muck, and Electros, while Yit brought Infernape, Celesteela, Crocodile, Araquanid, Altaria Mega, and Whimsicott. Now this was another really enjoyable game to watch, really close on both sides. Mamoswine put in a ridiculous amount of work for Dub. It killed the Celesteela, it got crucial damage on Crocodile and Infernape, and all those mons were really good checks to Mega Pinsir, and yet after Celesteela went down to Mamoswine, Yit just felt like Yit lost all form of momentum, and ended up letting Serperior set up the +6, and if it wasn't for Mega Altaria being super fat, it would have been a Serperior sweep. Okay. Let's move on to game 6. This was a game between me and Mr. E. I brought Illumise, Latios, Heatran, Tangrowth, Aerodactyl, and Sharpedo Mega, and Mr. E brought Garchomp, Clefable, Scizor Mega, Conkeldurr, Slowbro, and Gengar. So this game started off with a turn 1 kill on Slowbro with the Specs Illumise, and after Scizor took out Illumise, I lost all form of momentum, which ended up losing me the game. As I predicted, I over predicted with Tangrowth and clicked knockoff instead of HP Fire. And so that ended up being a 3-0 win for Mr. E. Conkeldurr did a lot of work versus my team, and it just made it to where I just wasn't able to break through Clef. Going on to game 7, we have the Huntsville Staryu. I think that's Claymore versus Mono. Claymore brought Tornadus, Silvally Steel, Mienshao, Raikou, Melodic, and Mega Beedrill. And Mono brought Scolipede, Uxie, Flygon, Manaphy, Magnezone, and Torkoal. This game was probably the longest game of the week. It was a really, really well played game on both ends. And at the end of the day, it was a 3-0 win for Mono. There were really no notable plays to speak of. Both players played extremely well, very, very, very well. Good reads, everything like that. And then moving on to game 8. This game was probably the wildest game of the season. Will probably be the wildest game of the season, unless something else happens. And this is between Kayano, and it is between Hollow. Or Hallow. Kayano brought Reuniclus, Stakataka, Rotom Wash, Staraptor, Landorus, and Blossom, while Hallow brought Kirambi, Primarina, Excadrill, Drapion, Tyranitar Mega, and Azelf. Now this game started off completely in Hallow's favor. He was able to get a bunch of crucial kills early, while Kayano just kind of seemed to be rusty and unsure of what to do. And then she absolutely turned it around with one of the most amazing reverse sweeps that I've ever seen with using Stack Attack and Trick Room. It was really fun to watch. It was a really hype game to watch, and that is how this is going to happen. All right, and so to close off this video, this is the current standings after week 1. In the Sun Conference and the Moon Conference, we have Dash and Kayano in the Sun Division at the top 2. Then in the City Division, it's Dazzle and Dub. In the Bush Division, it's Techno and Mr. E at the top 2. And then in the top 2 in the Moon Division, it's Mono and Nightmare. Starting week 3, I'm going to start doing a playoff picture and kill leaders, just because after week 3 I feel like everything will seem to be a little more set in place. We'll have a little bit more of a idea of the playoff race around that time, and I am wanting to, like I said, I am wanting to try and get a co-host to help me record this from here on out. So if you all have any suggestions of who should co-host with me, or if you all would rather do like an alternating co-host kind of thing, just let me know in the comment sections. And please like and subscribe and share this video with all of your friends. Any support that you all can give me on this would be greatly appreciated. And if you all want a league covered, just let me know and I'll see if I'm able to help cover with that. Alright, and thank you all for watching.